just wanted to get payback. He had it coming. I was kind of trying to talk. I don't usually talk, but this game, he had it coming. So, but he didn't say one word back. So,
What'd you say? Just an example.
I don't know. I was just screaming his name, like Baker, Baker, you good? Come on, pick it up. We want a challenge. Stuff like that.
So this was throughout the game, not just on.
Yeah, and he was just looking at me like.
Oh, man.
He had been waiting for that.
Yeah. What we say, like, keep that same energy.
Couple years.
That same energy.
Okay, we are now joined by Super Bowl champ and Fox Sports college football analyst Reggie Bush. I know you were liking that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to get your take, but I want to start with Skip on this one.
Yeah, because I did not like
I
it.
figured Skip was quiet over here. What did you make of it?
I will qualify or disqualify myself by saying I was born and raised a University of Oklahoma football fan, so maybe I know too much about this, but I found Nick Bosa's imaginary flag plant to be weak and lame and empty and useless because it proved nothing and it paid back nothing. They were up 21-3. They had the poor Browns on the run. And the reason Baker ignored his Baker is because Baker knew that he was above it all, because the true and the lasting payback came at The Ohio State University back in 2016, the night of September the 9th, in the Horseshoe, when Baker got the ultimate revenge and payback, because I'm going to remind everybody, he was paying Nick Bosa and the Buckeyes back for what had happened 2016 in Norman, Oklahoma, when they went in there and absolutely annihilated Baker and the Sooners. It was 45-24. That's the year before.
Yeah.
And the Ohio State Buckeyes, featuring Nick Bosa, who was a freshman then, but a really good player,
Sure.
they all got together on the sidelines and sang the Ohio State fight song. And Baker said after the game, I will never forget this, and we will get even when we get our chance. And 1 year later, they got their chance. And what did Urban Meyer say after that game? No opposing quarterback has ever played a better game against me, Urban Meyer. He's been around for a long time. You know him very well. You work with him. You're on Fox. But no one had ever played a better opposing quarterback game than Baker did that night. 27-35 for 386, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and Oklahoma won 31-16. So to get even with them singing the fight song on OU's field, he took the Oklahoma flag and went to midfield and planted it. And I'm making the case that that game and that flag plant got Baker Mayfield drafted #1 overall, because John Dorsey brought it up and said that was the highlight of his career. And that energy that you want to talk about, that spirit, whatever that chip
He
on
definitely
shoulder.
wanted the Heisman.
Okay, well, okay, it helped. It helped, but it didn't hurt his Heisman. Because I thought at that moment, maybe this will hurt his Heisman, because some of those old school voters would say, that's a little out of line, that's a little over the top. But John Dorsey said, that's the guy I want at quarterback. So I'm going to let Nick Bosa have his little personal moment, because Baker Mayfield has an all-time lasting moment at the Horseshoe, and he will hang on to that. Thank you very much.
Well, I hope this rivalry lasts a long time then, because I want to see them keep going back and forth
Well, they
at
just
it.
might.
Because that's what sports is about. That's what it's about. It's not a matter of if you get got. It's a matter of when you get got.
Right.
And if you play in this league long enough, you will get got quite a few times, especially playing quarterback like Baker Mayfield is. And so, I mean, the 49ers put on a football clinic last night. Beat them up in all phases of the game. Offense, defense, really controlled the line of scrimmage. But, again, for Nick Bosa to play the way he did last night, plant your flag, young man. Plant your flag, because
enjoy your moment.
You enjoy it because you earned it, right? And again, it's not a matter of if you get got, it's a matter of when. And it's funny because anytime people try to trash talk me on social media, they always bring up the infamous Sheldon Brown hit from the NFC divisional game with the Eagles, right? But that's what happens in this game. If you play long enough, it's going to happen. I'm lucky it only happened to me once.
You got one time.
I got one time. And so when I look at that moment for Nick Bosa, I was applauding that, because that was his moment to pay Baker Mayfield back. And I hope he told Baker
Who
Mayfield.
had already paid Nick Bosa back.
Had already paid Nick Bosa back.
Yeah.
So I hope he told him,
All right.
hey, this don't just stop here.
Okay.
You're going to have to see me for the rest of my career. Because really, that's what football is about. And, I mean, they dominated that game yesterday. In a big way, dominated.
way.
I liked it. I would have loved it had he planted it in Cleveland. Skip, this is not Neil Armstrong planting the flag on the moon. This is like Neil Armstrong planting the flag in Houston.
Yeah.
It didn't have the same, wasn't a small step for man, a giant step for mankind. But we get the why he did it.
Yeah.
But if you listen to him, Skip, he's like, what happened to all that talking? Or you're like, what that energy that you normally have? He says, I'm talking to Baker, and all of a sudden, he ain't got no chip on his shoulder. Oh, where did the chip go?
Yeah.
What did the competitive nature? You see what's going to happen? And they go back to the Sheldon Brown. Imagine if you had been talking stuff.
Yeah.
See, Reggie didn't come in the league said, I'm better than Barry Sanders.
No.
I can't believe they took this running back at that team.
Right.
Guys didn't go out of their way because they had respect for Reggie because he respected the game. Guys are going to go out of their way. He let it be known. He said, I don't normally trash talk. He went out of his way to do something that he doesn't normally do. And that's what Baker's going to bring out of people. What they don't normally do, he's going to bring that. He's going to summon everybody's
That's
best
true.
to shut him down. And they will shut it down.
Nick Bosa had watched the clip of him flag planting so many times that he had it down to doing this. Right?
Exactly.
He had the
Remember
whole
the time.
thing.
I don't know if that's
Yep.
good or bad.
Right.
Right?
He'd been waiting.
And this is why
He had rehearsed it clearly.
Yeah.
and this is why quarterbacks normally stay out of the fray.
Yep.
Because they are the most vulnerable. Skip.
They are.
Most.
Because you throwing the ball, you ain't got, you throwing the ball, you looking down the field and the dude put his helmet in your chest, put it in your back, you never know. So you see what's going on, Baker. You take a guy like Nick
Bosa,
that's his brother.
Yeah.
Nick Bosa, who says, I don't normally talk. I don't normally say anything. But for you, so this is what you've created. You've created this tsunami. Only you can stop it by showing the proper respect. Okay, you keep having that chip.
Yeah.
These guys in this league, they'll knock it off.
Okay, I got it. Nick Bosa said he'd waited 2 years to get even, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so he'd been just sleeping on that for 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
And maybe Daniel Jones is waiting for his shot to get back at Baker, and maybe a lot of guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, I was a talker. And John used to get me, he's like, T, must you get everybody upset? I'm like, it ain't my fault that the guy I'm trying to talk to doesn't want to talk back. It's the guys that stink and zim them that the lineman wanted to get involved. It ain't my fault.
Why do you call you T?
It's a long story.
Well, it must be a really long.
No, here to share.
Yeah.
And it really feels like the art of the rivalry is kind of lost between like from player to player, right? Because I don't see as much of players getting into these rivalries, right?
Everybody friends.
Everybody friends now, right? Everybody signing jerseys after the game, trading jerseys. Like nobody's back. Nobody's in that rivalry. Like, no, I'm on this field to dominate you, and I'm gonna do it every play as long as I'm on this field.
USC, what would happen when you played Notre Dame or UCLA? Would they talk?
No,
No.
they couldn't. What was they gonna say?
Fair. It's a good
You can
point.
only talk if you beat us, right? So Texas, they could talk all they want.
could talk.
Anybody else? I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
When did
Gotta
it
go.
change? When did it change where this rivalry
Because
shifted?
everybody,
The new generation.
Everybody train together. They go on vacation. They at everybody at the spots together.
the show.
I get out. Look, I ain't.
You know what is funny about you? You're warning everybody about for Baker's sake. He's going to get his.
Yeah.
But you were asking for it your whole career.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Let's get,
Shannon.
I gave respect though.
Yeah.
Normally they initiate it, and once they got it going, I just need somebody. I'm the party starter. Hey, I can get that thing crunk.
But if you showing up on the field, right, and you performing, then you have a right to talk trash, right? Because you're backing up what you're saying. Kind of like how Deion Sanders and Andre Rison, right? Like some of these great battles.
Yeah, but I wasn't out there talking about, man, Ben Coates a bum.
Yeah.
No,
oh,
you-
man, this guy right here, but I don't know what they do with I don't know why they got him.
Yeah.
No, it's
Right,
actually
right.
funny trash.
Yeah.
Because before the Atlanta Super
Right.
Bowl,
Me and Ray Buchanan.
Greg Buchanan.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, Skip. I think sometimes is that, but I was very respectful to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes that's what Baker is like. This is what you're going through is not unique. You're not the only person that's competitive.
Yeah.
Everybody's competitive. That's how you get here. Guys don't get, it's like, you hear some people talk, well, I'm really not that competitive. Everybody that plays in the NFL is competitive.
Yeah.
Everybody hated losing.
No,
Yeah.
it's true.
And so this is not unique to these guys.
Like, it bugged me when I saw Baker not shake Hugh Jackson's hand last year after they fired. Like, come on,
That's fair.
that's your
Thank
coach.
you. He
Well, I mean, what
he
he
stared him down.
Yeah.
I know.
What the coach got to do with this?
He should have stared Sean McVay down.
Right,
Stare Kyle Shanahan down.
Yeah.
You see, what I'm starting to see when he gets the upper hand, that's when he wants to put.
But it
Don't be
doesn't
quiet
work.
now.
Yeah.
Be quiet
Putting
now.
up those
Remember,
numbers.
you called him in on Hard Knocks before the season started and congratulated the #1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield, for winning the backup job. And he would not start him for the first, whatever it was, 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, Skip,
Right?
but that was
That's not a shot at him. You know, that's
I think
just the
Baker's
coach trying to
a good
do his
person.
job.
Okay.
Yeah,
This
I
is
mean,
Baker. He's got the biggest chip on his shoulder. And as you say, maybe it just got knocked off.
They didn't knock nothing yet. No,
not yet. Yeah.
Can we just say, though, 49ers 4-0 for the first time since
Yeah.
1990?
And they look good too.
Are we not paying attention to this? I mean, that's impressive.
We're
Yeah.
gonna
Bad
find.
start.
I'm going to pay attention to him this coming
The
Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Rams.
The Rams, okay.
Oh yeah.
But he
coming
was
on
talking
that
about, Skip, that Baker was in the pocket and how he was going to see over Buckner and the other big defense,
Yeah.
6'6", 6'7". Now, they got another guy in that division that's shorter than Baker that's going to have a problem seeing over the defensive lineman. So it's going to be very interesting to see how he handles this pass rush that the 49ers, because, boy, they coming.
They come.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're going to have Reggie stick around. We are going to talk about Christian McCaffrey. Is
Here
he
we
on
go.
pace to win the MVP? We'll get Reggie's take as well. Stay with us.